and his NB.
Are you a reality television? We are 880 Wrestling, and welcome to another edition of Thursday Night Fights! Folks, this is a historic week for 880 Wrestling. In less than a week's time, we have our biggest show of the year, Thanksgiving Bash, over in the North Shore at Penn Brewery. It's going to be a historic night on Thanksgiving Eve with one of our biggest cards that we've ever had in 880 Wrestling. But not just that, folks, because there is history being made right here tonight. As some of you may have heard, the rumblings online, they are indeed true. Tonight will be the final Thursday Night Fights live here from the shop in the South Side. This has been a phenomenal year for 880 Wrestling, a growing year for this company, and possibly one of the best years yet. And it's thanks to the action that we've seen here at the shop. It's thanks to all of you, our amazing 880 Wrestling fans, who've been turning out here each and every Thursday. And, you know, we sent our way off of New Kensington with a phenomenal night. We're going to send ourselves away here from the shop with another phenomenal night of action for you, because tonight, ladies and gentlemen, is Last Night in Town 2, Skate or Die! But don't worry, folks, Thursday Night Fights is not going anywhere. I will give you a bit of a rundown. See, next week on Thursday is, of course, Thanksgiving. We will be off this week. We will hopefully you guys will enjoy time with your families after enjoying Thanksgiving Bash the night before. But we will be back on December 4th, which will be the next Thursday after that. That Thursday, TNF, Thursday Night Fights returns, and it's going to be Chapter 3 of 880 Wrestling, folks, from none other than the Warehouse in Allentown. It is right in the back of Bottle Rocket Social Hall. It is just up the hill, 5 minutes from here in the shop. So you're going to want to be there. That's at 829 Industry Street. And like I said, that will be December 4th, where TNF will return. But that is 2 weeks from now. Let's send the shop out with a bang with some great wrestling action. Who's ready for some wrestling? Your opening contest is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
To my right, 880's most elite, Austin Carnes. I am Toddy Tondera, and we are conducting Thursday Night Fights for the final time from the shop for Last Night in Town 2. Austin, it's been an honor to call these 880 wrestling matches with you. I'm so glad that you joined us, man.
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by some guy named John, and representing Leaders by Example, fighting out of Cleveland, Ohio, he is the Alpha of Appalachia, the new King of Pittsburgh. This is the Monarch, Clayton King!
Well, from all that joyous energy that Eamon Payton put into the air, our opening contest here with the Alpha of Appalachia, Clayton King, some guy named John. Well, you can hear what they're calling him.
It's Ferret Boy. Ferret Boy and some guy named John has made their presence known. They're starting things off tonight, Toddy,
bittersweet feeling in the shop. It's been an absolute honor to be with you over the last several months here, and I can't wait to make more history in our new location over in Allentown. It's going to be great.
It's been great working with you here, Austin. You joined us at the Chapter 2 as part of the shop, and you are our biggest acquisition here.
What?
What
He's already pointing. I'm not giving it up this time. I'm not giving up the headset. Not happening. No, not happening, John.
Come on,
nope.
John.
No, I'm not giving it up. I'm not giving it up this time. No. Oh, okay.
Hey. And his opponent.
Hey. Come on now.
Thank you for leaving, Austin.
Come
Thank
on.
you. That was so polite of you. Really love it.
We're adults here. You don't really.
Oh, shut the hell up, Toddy.
Welcoming to the commentary position, some guy named John, representing Leaders by Example.
You're welcome.
Making his way to the ring, he left his shoes at your mama's house. This is the Big Scourge, Adrian Kirsch.
Some guy named John. What has you here that is darkening my door?
Well, honestly, it's because Reese Hayes isn't here, because this show is a joke. The last show in the South Side, and yet the longest reigning TNF champion of the South Side era, actually of all time, doesn't have a match, but that's okay. I go where I want, I talk when I want, and I'm here to support Clayton King in what will be a very short match.
Oh, well.
Oh.
Such an important show that Reese Hayes, our boss, isn't here. So that's why you weren't booked to compete tonight.
Well, unlike our former committee, Reese Hayes actually works hard at his job. He is planning what's next for 880. We finally did what we said from day one, Clayton and I. We rid the South Side of 880 Wrestling. It's done. Mission accomplished.
Well, that is correct. There is a for sale sign on the shop. And, what do you know about that?
Hey, I've been shopping this place around since day one. Our lease was shoestring thin, to say the least.
Shoestring thin. More like Marco's G-string thin.
Don't you talk about Marco's G-string. Only the leaders get to talk about Marco's G-strings.
Be that as it may, Clayton
Referee,
King,
what are you doing?
Adrian Kirsch starting things off here.
He doesn't even wear shoes, ref.
And I would say that Adrian Kirsch turned over a new leaf, but it's like he turned his flask over. A bit of a new Adrian Kirsch here for last night in town, too.
It's all right. Clayton King has this under control. Clayton King is a man with a plan. And look, Kirsch playing, pandering to those losers in the crowd. Don't they know? Clayton King and I are their favorite wrestlers.
Looks over here for your approval quite a lot, Clayton King.
Oh, classic Clayton.
But, of course, some guy named John, Clayton King, representing Leaders by Example. And you've been gentrifying the whole greater Pittsburgh area lately.
Hey, that is what we do. We envision a better Pittsburgh, one that is worthy of the Leaders by Example. These people are being quite rude to Clayton. If this is the kind of people we welcome at shows like this, maybe a move should have happened ages ago.
Well, be that as it may, this is the last opportunity to see the 880 action here live at the shop, and Clayton King not making any friends.
And honestly, it's despicable that they put Clayton in singles action. They know that we are focusing on a big tag team matchup next week.
Yeah, could you share with us going into this? It was the announcement was made for Thanksgiving Bash the night before Thanksgiving. Effie and Billy Dixon versus Clayton King. Some guy named John. Leaders by Example.
Oh, beautiful drug-free drop right there.
Just a 2 count. Could you share a little bit of information on that?
I will when the time is right. As I said on social media, amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, your boss, has promised me microphone time tonight, and I will take it whenever I'd like. I plan to address Billy Dixon and Effie personally at a time of my choosing.
Well, stay tuned for that a little bit later on, but right now Clayton King is taking some of Kirsch's special water, let's call it.
Exposing? Oh, no. Oh, that doesn't look good.
Well, sure, yes. I don't know that he could handle exactly what's in
referee,
that
disqualify that man right now.
It's the first time alcohol has touched his lips, I bet.
The disgusting language of the people here in the South Side. Won't miss that at all.
Disgusting language. You were talking about the language last week as you use language very similar to them.
Clayton and I have never swore in our life. We don't drink, we don't smoke, we don't swear.
Well,
we are leaders.
Well,
you can learn something from us, Toddy.
Adrian Kirsch, he's the antithesis of what you folks represent here, the opposite of Clayton King. I'm hoping he gets a big win here.
Oh, Clayton with the wherewithal to reverse it with some devastating punches to the head. Wicked Bulldog off the ropes.
Taking a little bit too much time here. I think this audience is getting in his head.
No. I know what's next. I know Clayton King, and he is a shark, and he smells blood in the water. Setting up for the sober slam.
Cover here by King.
It's over. 1, 2. Oh, I told you, Toddy. You should know this shit. You've been doing it a long time.
Here is your winner, the Monarch, Clayton King.
As some guy named John gets the hell out of here in our opening contest tonight, the Alpha of Appalachia, Clayton King, with a victory. And wait a second here. From my headset, from Austin's headset to Eamon's microphone, SGNJ has a mic in his hand. He was promised mic time from Reese Hayes, I guess, and I guess that's, 2 mics. Cool. Great.
What a match! What a match! What a performance by Clayton King. Give it up for Clayton King, people. But let's also talk about that announcement from last week.
Yeah, absolutely.
Former Enjoy co-champion Billy Dixon. GCW World Champion Effie. Against us! I mean, these two aren't just great pro wrestlers, they're trailblazers. They have paved the way and created opportunity for so many unrecognized LGBTQ talent across pro wrestling.
That's true.
I mean, the facts are there. Pro Wrestling Vibe. Paris is bumping. Effie's Big Gay Brunch. Wherever these two men go, success follows. Right, Clayton?
You're right, John. Success. You know, we've done our part for the gay community, too. It's just a little less commercial. Clayton's humongous homosexual cocktail hour.
Very fun.
Pittsburgh is a neat place to be gay.
It is.
Yeah, they're not so commercial, right? They're smashingly successful.
Now on IWTV.
I doubt that they've ever even heard of those things. In fact, the idea that Effie and Billy Dixon are gay icons is it's honestly laughable.
It is.
It's laughable.
Laughable to who?
Matter of fact, I would venture to say that Effie and Billy they're not gay enough.
What?
You're right, Clayton. Clayton's right. They aren't gay enough. In fact, Billy Dixon and Effie are carnies. They are charlatans who made a dime capitalizing off of other people's hard work. Billy Dixon, you're not gay enough.
You're not.
Effie, you're not gay enough.
You're not.
Not for what comes next in pro wrestling. In fact, the only contribution you've made is rainbow capitalism.
Clayton King is
Making money.
definitely not
But
gay
us,
enough.
we are real heroes. Clayton King is commonly acknowledged as the alpha ally of the Appalachia. And even though I go home to my smoking hot wife every night, I'm still some guy named John at heart.
Absolutely, all day.
We are the gay icons that pro wrestling needs. We might not be gay, but we're gay enough to get the job done.
We are gay enough.
We are totally down with gay culture. Grinder. I use it.
Prove it. Prove it. Prove it.
Guys.
Prove it.
Whoa, keep it in your pants.
I know you listen to
Grinder. I use a pepper grinder on my dinner every night.
Gay enough.
Poppers. How else would you wrap a fragile good you're trying to ship?
Gay enough.
Twigs.
Gay enough.
Bears.
Gay enough.
Tops.
Gay enough.
Bottoms.
Gay enough.
Yeah, we know all the lingo, just like the latest Lady Gaga song. We know all the words to this ditty.
Gay enough.
It's true. In fact, every night when Clayton King and I return to our homes, before we plow the beautiful women in our lives, we look in the mirror and we ask ourselves, did you do enough for the gay community today? Yes, of course we did.
We absolutely do. Every day.
I agree with the audience here at the shop.
We are the leaders that wrestling needs right now. Billy Dixon, Effie, at Thanksgiving Bash on November 26th. Not only do we prove that you're not gay enough, we're going to prove that you simply aren't enough. We are the leaders by example. We set the example, and in 1 week, we make an example out of you. Hit my music.
Well, after that diatribe of some guy named John and Clayton King, leaders by example, I guess the stage is set less than a week away at Thanksgiving Bash at Penn Brewery. Effie, Billy Dixon versus some guy named John, Clayton King, leaders by example in a special attraction tag team match. Well, I got to take a deep breath after that. Welcoming back to the booth here, Paul Michaels for Last Night in Town 2. And SGNJ and Clayton King said Effie and Billy Dixon aren't gay enough.
Now that was really interesting, Toddy, and lots of words there by the leaders by example. But come Wednesday at Penn Brewery, it's not going to matter about that. It's going to be put up or shut up in that big tag team matchup.
Is that what being gay is?
Clayton King's not gay at all, by the way. Not even like.
This next match is a trios match scheduled for one fall.
Get your tickets now. Thanksgiving Bash leaders by example versus Effie and Billy Dixon. And returning to action here, Paul Michaels, I know you've been with us for a short time at the shop, but talk a little bit about this atmosphere here. How's it rocking tonight?
It's been really interesting. You know, I've called football for 15 years,
Yep.
Toddy, and this has a senior night feel to it. You know, the players, the seniors on the team, their last home game, last chance to perform in front of the home fans at the venue they called home for so many years. And I think we'll see a lot of that, in the matchups and from top to bottom throughout the card.
Team number one, they are the Scumdog, D-Beat Cooper. His partner is the Peanut Butter Zombie, Saturn Price. And their partner is the Sacrificial Lamb, Jesper Alvin Ziegenbach, Jazz. Together, they are the Dead Hand Society.
If you want to talk about Chapter 2 of 880 Wrestling at the shop, the Dead Hand Society has been dominant through Chapter 2. Their leader, the Triggerfinger Nix Wild, holds the 880 championship, and all these folks arrived in our doorway during Chapter 2 of what we have done in Pittsburgh. And I don't know what D-Beat Cooper's going to do, because
their opponents.
D-Beat literally lives in a tent out back, so I don't know that he saw the for sale sign out front. I don't know that D-Beat knew that we were moving, but yeah, his tent's got to move too.
So it can't be too hard to move a tent, right?
Trios action here, DHS. And a combination platter that we have not yet seen here. Wait till you hear their name, by the way.
Team number 2. First, he is the Emperor's finest, the last Primarch, Johnny fucking Demise. His partner is the Gigabyte Grizzly, Brohemith. And their partner, he is too hot to hold, too cool to fool. This is Cool Ass Andy. Together, they are Ass Watch.
Brohemith, JFD, Cool Ass Andy. Under the Ass Watch banner tonight, it's all about using your assets against the Dead Hand Society.
Hey, branding can get you pretty far in this business, so we will see exactly what happens here with this this new trio in action.
Branding's one word for it. I see you got a new tie on this week.
Yeah, because I'm a professional.
That's a good look. Referee George Ross in there for this trio's action. And with it being the last night at the shop, a lot at stake. Because if you think about it, Paul, being it is the last night at the shop, this is the last time any professional wrestling will be in the catacombs of the shop here. So imagine what kind of momentum going into Thanksgiving Bash a win could prove tonight.
Yeah, not only is it the last night in the shop, but it's the last night before Penn Brewery, and momentum is going to be big for a team like Death Watch participating in that psychedelic ladder match here in just 6 days. You know they want to be in the win column going into that big title opportunity at Thanksgiving Bash.
And as Paul said, of course, at Thanksgiving Bash we have that psychedelic ladder match where Psychedelic Dreams will raise their titles high. Deathwatch was one of the qualifying teams for that match, so after the Thanksgiving Bash, we may be looking at the next tag team champions in the ring right now.
And in order to qualify for that match, Toddy, the team that they beat were 2 other members of the Dead Hand Society. So D-Beat was in that match teaming with Remy LeVay. So kind of a bit of a rematch here, but in trios fashion.
And Johnny Demise, of course, joined 880 Wrestling during the last third of Dottie Block and have come into his own here at the shop. He's spilled blood in that ring against Blair Zelith, found comfortability under the Gigabyte Grizzly here, and they're barking like dogs for JFD at the shop tonight. Oh, big clothesline down there. That's the sort of the rough and tumble style of Deathwatch, you know. They're not super pretty individuals. They're just here to beat some faces in. And with Cool Ass Andy in tow tonight, that's how we came up with Ass Watch. In the chat this evening, Anthony Gardon is in there. Sarah Cannon said, why is SGNJ dressed like a hot dog? Autumn's in there. Sorg, what's up, buddy? Oh, drop down low. Spinning elbow roll through here for JFD, and here comes Big Bro in the best shape of his career. We've seen some singles outings in recent weeks from Brohemith that has lifted him up in the rankings, but since everybody that we like was raising themselves up in the rankings here, Reese Hayes threw out those rankings. So look, it is what it is. Shot back by D-Beat Cooper. Big headbutt there. 2 of the hardest headed in the locker room with Brohemith and D-Beat. Coming full steam here. Brohemith about the size of a linebacker, Paul.
He's huge, and Brohemith, of course, also the Wrestling is for Everyone champion, to my understanding as well. So, you know, got some gold and would love to add tag team championship gold here next week, but in total control of D-Beat Cooper. D-Beat really needs to make a tag to one of his Dead Hand Society brethren.
You know, a lot of times I think, especially in this locker room, Brohemith has been fighting for his place since he's got to 880 Wrestling. Now, when he joined 880 Wrestling, he was already a veteran in the professional wrestling business. He's always fighting for his share. And I'll tell you what, anytime a barking dog is eating, you don't want to interrupt that. Get yourself a bite. And here comes Jazz in here. They call him the sacrificial lamb of the Dead Hand Society. We've seen him dress up like Nick's Wild. A lot of times Jazz is thrown into it as the first line of defense for the Dead Hand Society. Had an opportunity in the home run tournament, had a big victory over Brandon St. James, but has cooled off a little bit since then.
Yeah, and this opening sequence here, getting tagged in, isn't really helping. The strikes from earlier just not really phasing Bro, though now Jazz starting to get a little bit of momentum, is starting to get Bro down onto one knee.
Of course, Dead Hand Society, they're dirty, greasy people. And but Jazz is not one to back down from a fight, even if he gets striked right in the mouth.
I mean, when you're facing the Dead Hand Society, whether it's singles, tag, multi-person match, you never just face the number that's across from you on the card. You face the entire group. I'm honestly shocked they kept the numbers down to 3 out here tonight and didn't have anyone else around the ring to play that numbers game.
That's a great point, Paul. If you see the Dead Hand Society in action, I mean, it's almost they operate like a dark wasp of bees. I mean, you never know how many there are. Their numbers grow every week. But I'll tell you what grows every week, the support for Brohemoth, and you can hear it at the shop tonight. And a big peanut butter zombie, Saturn Price. Saturn Price, who's had some opportunities here at the 880 Championship. Just a big old dude. Represents Tragedy Boys with Aaron Daniel Norman and Dylan Cole out of the Midwest here. Oh, duck under here. And here comes Cool Ass Andy, but I'll tell you what, Andy, you got big Saturn Price out of there. It's going to take more than that. Oh, God. Has Cool Ass Andy by the throat here. And you often see Cool Ass Andy juking and jiving just like that. Fights from underneath. It's got the spirit of a fighter. But boom! Big shot with that boot. Sends Cool Ass Andy down. Saturn Price slowing the pace down a bit.
Yeah, sometimes the most effective strategy is just to not get hit, to dodge the strikes. And he had it there for a while, but now Saturn in full control.
Well, shots to the gut there by Andy. Oh. And the despicable tactics that we've seen from the Dead Hand Society, the more they are, the grosser they are. We've seen that. I mean, one of my favorite matches of the year here, Psychedelic Dreams putting on the 880 Tag Team Championships on the line against the fourth line for the Fest Tag Team Championships. That was thrown out in a new contest because the Dead Hand Society had to get their dead hands all up in the 880 business.
They have ruined quite a few moments here at the shop throughout this past year. But what they've done, you don't have to like it, but you certainly can't argue against the effectiveness of it.
2025 was a huge year for 880 Wrestling, but under the banner of 880 Wrestling, I mean, we would hard to argue the Dead Hand Society in a way makes 880 Wrestling what it is. It's raw, it's vile, and they represent 880 in that way. They're just a bunch of pricks. Just a bunch of pricks, Paul.
And Andy is in a rough way here, just seeing the frequent tags by Dead Hand Society, cutting the ring off, keeping the action over on their half of the ring so they can keep each individual member fresh. Andy taking all of the punishment for his team.
And that's what you see a lot of Dead Hand Society, no matter if there's 1 of them, 6 of them, 8 of them, a dozen of them. They come and go, but they all coalesce in such a devious way. Oh, duck under the clothesline. Oh, shot to the gut. But I'll tell you what, no matter who's dressed in black in the corner across from us, they certainly know how to work together in almost like a cult-like fashion under Nick's Wild.
And it's especially impressive because there's just so many of them.
Yeah.
Toddy, I've been here for 3 weeks. I don't know that I've seen them all yet.
It's a great point. Oh, here we go. The big bad Grizzly Daddy tagged in here. Stacking up Jazz and Saturn here. hop aboard the Bro Train. Back and forth here. Roll a fatty for that Bro Daddy on TNF tonight.
The Gigabyte Grizzly doing it all himself.
Bounce against the ropes here. Oh, big black hole slam. But D-Beat is still in there, Paul.
Again, just kind of an alternate version of that numbers game. You know, it was looking good for a while with them all being on, you know, all in dire straits, but then it's hard when you have to constantly be watching your back to get attacked from behind by another member of this team. Again, it's just it's an interesting synergy that they have to be able to do that, like a pack of wolves on every opponent.
Oh, the feral D-Beat Cooper picking up Bro Hemoth here. Wait a second here. Here comes Cool Ass Andy. Serving up some comeuppance here. Big discus clothesline. Jazz jumping up a big cutter, but JFD. Big spear by JFD. Around here. Oh, goodness. Oh, has him as a cradle. Oh, die slow, says Big Saturn Price. You can't teach big like that.
No, you can't. And the anarchy that we're seeing here, that really favors the Dead Hand Society. This is a big part of their strategy. This is how they've gotten it done so many times in 2025 here at the shop and beyond. But Bro Hemoth now trying to get some momentum back for his team.
And again, this is our last night in town. This is the last opportunity for either of these teams to have a W in the win column. There is no redos after tonight. This is it. You leave it all on the line.
And you can see the toll that this matchup has taken on all 6 of the competitors. No one on their feet right now. Saturn and Bro Hemoth obviously trying to get there. But if you are Deathwatch, at what point do you have to kind of start saving yourself a little bit for next week's big matchup?
Well, I'll tell you what, with Dead Hand Society, I mean, they team together, they bump together. Cool Ass Andy, not usually part of the Deathwatch camp here. Wait a second, what is that? What is that he just hit him with? What was that? Oh, my goodness.
Whatever it is, it has no business in the ring. A spray of some sort, maybe a hairspray, but referee didn't see it, and
he's out.
Not like this.
Here are your winners, the Dead Hand Society.
And just as the Dead Hand Society has been doing all of 2025 here at the shop, at last night in town, this trio is victorious, and Andy is laid out. And Paul, it's always great to have you here on commentary. I hope we see you in Chapter 3 of 880 Wrestling when we're up in Allentown in the warehouse.
Likewise, I feel like we're just getting started here together, so I'll be back and looking forward to the next chapter. I'll go ahead and hand things back over.
Yeah, if you could find Austin. Austin was scared away by some guy named John. If you could go find him.
Yeah, I just kind of saw the open spot and hopped in, but I think I'm going to give him his rightful spot back.
Thank you so much for being here. Austin, you back up with us? Okay. I apologize. The last night in town at the shop, and John just boot you off again. I know you wanted to hold your ground, but it was about to get physical. You did the right thing. You're the bigger and better man.
I appreciate that. I try to stand up for myself this time, Toddy. But again, leaders are going to lead, and Dead Hand Society is going to Dead Hand Society.
And did you hear those daggers that some guy named John was spewing up there, saying Effie and Billy Dixon aren't gay enough?
Yeah, interesting selection of words that some guy named John and Clayton King were spewing, but I don't even know. Hopefully Bro Hemoth is okay up there.
Yeah, Dead Hand Society making their
Folks,
mark.
give it up one more time for the team of Deathwatch and Cool Ass Andy for a valiant effort here tonight. This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Back to singles contest. We have the Fest Wrestling Championship on the line. A little bit later, a big 6-person main event for the shop. But right now, the newest leader by example approaching.
Introducing first, they are representing leaders by example. This is borderline indecent, Marco Narciso.
The $250,000 hussy that is on the arms of our boss right now, amateur wrestler Reese Hayes. Marco Narciso enters the shop for the final time. Well, I'll tell you what, Austin, from the beginning of the year until the end of the year at the shop, we've seen, I was gonna say we've seen a decline in behavior from Marco Narciso, and that might not be exactly true, but a bit more unfriendly bedfellows for Marco towards the end of the year.
Certainly a decline in behavior, but some would say an increase in value in terms of in-ring skills. I mean, Marco's been on a roll recently. Still a leader, though. Oh, yeah.
Here comes a leader of a different caliber, a locker room leader.
Making their way to the ring, fighting out of where the wild things are. This is the Appalachian Cryptid, the Bearcat, Keith Hart.
And I still remember last night in town up in New Kensington, Keith Hart was a huge part of that event, and Keith Hart in singles action this evening. Now, despite of what I feel about Marco Narciso, of course, just wrapping up today, the QWI, I was about to say nice things about Marco, but not after that. Forget it.
But leaders be leaders, I guess. Marco Narciso already starting things off hot, taking down the Bearcat.
The dominant diva, Marco Narciso, round and round. Brian Clough's body cover here. Oh, just a 1.5. Keith is not even able to get out of their jacket.
I'm about to say, still in the jacket and all, and that is a horrible mistake by Marco Narciso. Starting the chop battle with Keith Hart. Oh!
Yeah, Keith Hart keeps all of their guns loaded, laying it in. Big slaps, big forearm shots here.
Keith Hart. Chop the forearm to chop, you name it. They are laying it into Marco.
The power of Meow compels you. And again, this is the last opportunity for either of these individuals to pick up a singles victory at the shop. We're closing the doors here and moving out of town.
That's a good point you bring up, Toddy. I mean, the momentum that can be taken from the shop all the way to what? The warehouse is what we're calling it now? The warehouse? I mean, a lot of stipulations on the line.
Yeah, of course, just from less than a week, we'll be at the Thanksgiving Bash. And then, of course, we're over at the warehouse. But right now, a big elbow here. Sexy cover. Just a 2 count.
I like the Pittsburgh accent you put on there. The warehouse.
The warehouse. People were saying that in the chat before. Sorg's in the chat. We've got an active chat tonight. Sorg did a lot of traveling today. Oh, come on now.
Disrespectful cover.
The amount of disrespect, that's a great word that you use there, Austin. The amount of disrespect that Marco Narciso is offering back to 880 Wrestling after we did everything we could for him. Oh, look at Keith.
Well, when you align yourself with someone like Reese Hayes, you're eventually going to be that catalyst of that negativity, and we're seeing that from Marco Narciso week in and week out. It feels like Marco becomes more and more aggressive as the weeks go on. Feels like he has something to prove. Obviously, we know Blizzy Blake right now is in his future, so Marco got a lot on his mind.
Yeah, of course, Narciso, Blizzy Blake, the Den of Desire, and oh my goodness here.
I think you know what time it is now, Toddy.
I did. I used to look forward to this, but not these days. But Keith Hart attempting to block it.
Can they block it? Nope.
And the face of Keith Hart just pow-drived into the mat there. I was keeping those dangly legs locked in around the throat of Keithot.
Using the limbs to his advantage. That leg lock is locked in deep around the neck. Takes full advantage of the count. Oh, right to the gut.
And you talk a lot about Marco Narciso to the locker room, and they feel betrayed, and I agree with that betrayal. Wait a second here. Oh my goodness here. Looking a little hung over is Marco Narciso.
Again, takes full advantage of the count and the ropes. Not much love for Marco Narciso these days with the 880 fans. Oh, what a boot.
Big pump kick there, cover. There's something very elegant about Narciso despite their devilish intentions. And their ceiling was pretty high, but, now with the leaders by example, I don't exactly know the future of leaders, but one of them runs 880 Wrestling, and this is one of the important nights of the year of 2025, and Reese Hayes is not here.
Which was a good point that you brought up. Reese Hayes is not here. We've seen Reese Hayes in the corner of Marco Narciso over the last few weeks. Some at ringside, some even on commentary. There's no support group right now for Marco. John and Clayton's probably well on their way out of here.
And there's no support for a Bearcat bumper. But as you mentioned before, Austin, a car collision of an instance between Blizzy Blake and Marco Narciso just feels like a whisper away. Since the demolition of the den, Blizzy Blake has been attempting to get even with Narciso, but there is something stated in Blizzy Blake's contract. If he touches Marco, Reese Hayes will fire him.
Oh, big elbow to the skull of Marco Narciso, and now those clubbering blows. What does Keithot have in mind here? Oh, what a clothesline.
Big clothesline shot down.
Nearly decapitating Marco.
I mean, Marco might have the height advantage, but the weight advantage is clearly with the Bearcat with a big Samoan drop here. Lefty's down. 2. Oh, just a 2 count, and this one's going to continue.
Only 2 for the Bearcat. Obvious support behind Keithot after that big Samoan drop. Not only a weight advantage, Toddy, also the strength advantage. Look at that power slam.
Yeah. There's few stronger.
And is Keithot really about to go to the top rope?
I think so. Big night.
Big night going out with a bang.
Oh, wait a second here. Tripped up Lefty, and Lefty fell on the rope, and Keith, wait a second, a Deathadil. Oh, God. Top rope, Deathadil.
Got all of it, too. Here's the cover by Marco.
That's
ringing
it.
Up Toddy.
Here is your winner, Marco Narciso.
What a big singles victory at the last night at the shop here for last night in town 2. Leaders by example, Marco Narciso. Wait a second here.
Oh, come on, Marco. You got the win. The match is over. What the hell?
Well, he's trying to make a statement here. It's a statement-making night.
Yeah. Uh-oh. You hear that music? There he is.
It's Blizzy Blake. Wait a second, Blizzy. You can't touch Marco. Wait a second here.
Well, the hands are on Marco. Is he going to do it? No, Marco sneaks out of the ring.
Are you serious?
We know that Blake can't touch Marco.
Did you just put your mangy little paws on me?
Blizzy don't care.
I warned you. I warned you, Blake. I didn't want to have to come to this. But by the power instilled onto me, onto me, and into me.
Oh, God.
By co-owner of 880 Wrestling, Reese Hayes, Blake, you are fired! You're out of here! Done! No more! Bye-bye!
Bye. You're done. Roll it up in your little doink.
Fired?
Wait a second here.
Out.
We know that Blizzy Blake is fired if he touches Narciso, but wait a second, the KOP, Envy Young is here.
I thought I heard Renegade playing. MV Young's in the house.
No!
Nobody's getting fired.
Really?
Marco, been acting real weird lately, buddy. I know a thing or two about messy breakups, okay? But this is professional wrestling. Professional wrestling ring. And next Wednesday, we have a professional wrestling show at Brewery.
We sure do.
Yes, we do.
So you two are going to act on this like the wrestlers I taught you to be, and then you two are going to fight each other at Penn Brewery.
Let's go!
Hell yeah, Coach. Let's get it. That is what I'm talking about. Blizzy Blake, Marco Narciso.
So we have found out that not only is Blizzy Blake not fired for touching Narciso, Blizzy Blake gets what he's been wanting, Austin, for months. Blizzy Blake versus Marco Narciso, made official by Envy Young for the Thanksgiving Bash.
I cannot wait for that one, Toddy. It's about damn time Blizzy Blake gets his hands on Marco.
About damn
Another
time.
match added to the already stacked lineup for Thanksgiving Bash. If you don't have your tickets yet, get them right now. Go to our social medias, 880 Wrestling, T2T Pittsburgh. You are not going to want to miss it. We are less than a week away. Thanksgiving Eve over at Penn Brewery, because that's going to be something else, folks. Now, we've had a damn good show here, our final show at the shop so far, but let's up it a little bit. Who's ready for one of two championship matches this evening?
Oh, I'm ready.
This next match is a tag team match scheduled for one fall. And it is for the 880 Wrestling Tag Team Championship.
Now, Austin, we know that a psychedelic ladder match will be conducted at Thanksgiving Bash, where Psychedelic Dreams will put their championships on the line against other 880 teams that have qualified for the match here. But a little pre-Thanksgiving Bash fun, MDMA has a chance.
First, the challengers. They are the biggest little man, Los Tonios. His partner is the fireman, El Luca. Together, they are Most Dope Masked Aliens, MDMA.
If we want to talk about the second chapter of 880 Wrestling at the shop, in recent weeks, Los Tonios and El Luca have found one another, and the biggest opportunity of their young careers, a tag team championship match against Psych Dreams. And if they're able to defeat Psych Dreams, it becomes the MDMA ladder match.
Stakes couldn't be any higher tonight. What an upset that would be. You ready for a party, Toddy?
Oh, I'm ready. This place is about to come unglued. Our tag team champions.
Final time in the shop, too.
Yeah.
Making their way to the ring, accompanied by Princess Amanda and Billy the Alien, they are the current reigning and defending 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Prophecy, Aleo Dreams, and the Psychedelic Prince, Sammy Sundheimer. Together, they are Psychedelic Dreams.
Accompanied by Princess Amanda and that psychedelic deity, Billy. Are you a part of the Billy Club? I am.
Of course I'm part of the Billy Club.
Two of our young superstars here, Aleo Dreams, Sammy Sundheimer. And we heard from the fourth line themselves, the most decorated team in 880 wrestling history. They say they might be the most decorated team in 880 history, but the last year, all they've been hearing is Psychedelic Dreams.
I think everyone here is part of the Billy Club, too.
But it's good to see Amanda back in behind Sammy Suntimer and Aleo Dreams. Of course, we saw that hellacious hardcore match at Penn Brewery the last time we were at Penn Brewery between Psychedelic Dreams and the Matriarchy, and that win from Psychedelic Dreams made the Matriarchy fall apart.
And a lot of people would consider that might have been 880's biggest upset. I mean, that could very well happen again tonight if Los Tonios and El Luca can get the win. But look at this. Nothing but respect from all four of these gentlemen.
Hey, stranger things, as they say, right?
Stranger things. Who knows?
Scotty Lefty Davidson on the call for this one. This will be the last tag team championship match in the history of the shop. We close the garage door tonight, but will it be with new champions?
Very well could be. I mean, El Luca and Los Tonios don't exactly have the longest time spent together as a tag team, but in the few occurrences that we have seen them, they've been nothing short of impressive. Would love to see how they fare up against Psychedelic Dreams. Look at that, though, taking down Aleo.
Big hip toss there. Of course, originally El Luca was a part of 880's Next Generation, which formulated at Dottie Block in New Kensington. And since coming to the shop, he has come into his own, and he's starting to fly around and bounce around like a pinball.
I mean, could you only imagine if El Luca and Los Tonios win the 80 tag team title match and we see El Luca in a ladder match? We saw what he did last time at the Penn Brewery.
Jockeying for position here. I will say, I believe it will be the first father and son tag team champions in Pittsburgh. Check the stats on that one, but if El Luca and Los Tonios get a victory here, that's what we got.
Very good point there. Big hurricanrana to Aleo.
What's always impressive to me, oh my goodness, standing moonsault about El Luca is this athletic ability bouncing off the ring here. He could hit a moonsault, he could walk the ropes, and the height of him. He's a big guy to be moving around as quick as he does.
Of course, he's a big guy, and this is a small place too, Tony. So the fact that he's able to do that without bouncing off the wall or the ceiling is impressive as hell. Say the same thing, though, about Aleo. What a drop kick there. Right into the corner. You know, Toddy, you always put me on the spot. I'm going to put you on the spot. Who do you like in this match?
My opinion of this match, I've got to go with the champion Psychedelic Dreams. For them able to go through what they went through with the fourth line, they might have had the Fest Tag Team Championships if it wasn't for the Dead Hand Society. We saw the hellish battle they went through with the Matriarchy. Can they defeat MDNA tonight? I honestly think so, but stranger things have happened. But I got to go with the champs tonight.
You know, I can't necessarily disagree with you there, Toddy. I mean, that Fest Tag Team Championship match was incredible. Too bad it got screwed over.
And something about Psychedelic Dreams, they're very suave. They have a vaporwave side effect about them. The bright lights are never too bright. There's never too big of an opportunity for Psychedelic Dreams. So you could say maybe they're looking over MDMA to that ladder match. I don't know that it's the case for them tonight.
And I'll tell you what, having both Billy the Alien and Princess Amanda as support in the corner definitely has to fuel Psychedelic Dreams just a bit more.
Bounce against the ropes here. Los Tonios.
Ducks under. Oh my gosh. What a drop kick.
Los Tonios' whereabouts are very unknown, just like his father's. Bit of a DDT there. Shades of Psychedelic Dreams with that DDT.
Absolutely. Los Tonios must have watched the film before this match. What a DDT. Here's a tag to El Luca.
But just as you said, Austin, a little bit before. Whoa! How about that? Those apples. Cover here. Just a 2 count. If MDMA is able to upset Psychedelic Dreams here, and the last night of the shop, the whole landscape of the tag team division changes.
Of course, and all those other teams involved in that ladder match has to change up plans last second. Sammy
roll through
for the titles.
Just a 2 count here. Of course, Sammy Suntimer is also starting to make his way around. Psychedelic Dreams earlier this summer, debuted for Enjoy Wrestling at the Enjoy Hilltop County Fair. And if you were at the Enjoy Hilltop County Fair, that's exactly where 880 Wrestling is moving, and we will check that December 4th, and Austin will be there, I'll be there, new environment, but tonight we're putting out the shop one last time for Last Night in Town 2.
Covered by Aleo.
Just a 2 count there. Very quick pace to this matchup here.
Very fast pace, a very even match too, it seems.
No stone left unturned by any of these four.
Look at Sammy though, what a forearm. Follows up with a lay into the enziguri.
Back, super kicks low here. In synchronization from the basement, those super kicks and those long appendages of El Luca. Just a 2 count there. Of course, Sammy had to drag El Luca away from the ropes. Took a little bit too much time. Just a 2 count there. And I'll tell you what, MDMA hanging in there. Maybe my prediction's wrong.
I mean, we talked about it earlier in the match. Sammy and Aleo, they have that formed chemistry. They've been a tag team for quite some time now. El Luca and Los Tonios, it's only their several matches together as a tag team, and they're hanging in there with the champs quite well. Tag back into Aleo.
I'll roll through here. Oh, look at this, bridging out.
Okay, a little submission action from Sammy.
What's going on here from the basement? A big knee here.
That might do it. Lucas' lights might be out. Here's the cover.
Just a 2 count. Now we talked about MDMA forming a new coalition here as of recent. Austin and I, we've been teaming up for a little while now, and we were thinking of our own tag team name. So if anybody in the chat tonight, any of the chat rats have a name for Austin and I, wait a small package here. If anybody has a name for Austin and I, we're willing to hear some offers here. But we're going to come up with a name. But look at that collision at center ice.
A car collision in the center of the ring. Big turning point for the match. We'll get a name eventually.
MDMA pushing Psychedelic Dreams to the limit. And again, as you mentioned before, with all those teams in the Psychedelic ladder match at Thanksgiving Bash, the champions, as it sits right now, if they're able to be victorious tonight, they're not going to come into that match 100%. A lot's being taken out, and look at Tonios. He's fired up.
Yeah, Tonios is taking it to Sammy Suntimer right now. Ducks under, though. What a clothesline. Okay, Los Tonios.
If you step up to Los Tonios, you better come correct.
Yeah, covered by Tonios. Titles are on the line. Aleo just breaking it up. That was too close, Toddy. Way too close. Aleo dreams here to save the day for Sammy Suntimer.
Oh, over the top goes Tonios. Duck under. Kick low here.
Aleo with those lethal kicks over and around the body of El Luca.
Oh, shades of Ziggy Hyam there. I love that. It's a magician in there as Aleo dreams. He's so creative. Oh, up and over. Yep. Tonios and Aleo on the apron there.
Yeah, dangerous position for these two. Beating the hell out of each other on the outside of the ring. Oh! That was all mask.
You know, something I'll miss about the shop here on the south side of Pittsburgh is when somebody's smashing somebody else, you could hear the slaps, the chops, the strikes bounce off these walls, and that's something I'll remember. That's something I will remember.
Something I'll remember, too. Oh, what a super kick.
Oh! For the last tag team match in the history of 880 Wrestling at the shop here, putting on a hell of a contest.
Indeed they are. Look at Sammy looking for the backslide, possibly. Tonios able to fight free. Blocks the knee, ducks under again. How about Los Tonios, though, Todd?
He's always so impressive here.
Walking the ropes and everything.
Oh, look at that. Oh, my goodness. I mean, that was a veteran move by young Sammy Suntimer. Oh, the hype is real with Sammy. The Psychedelic Prince cover.
Title's on the line, but El Luca saves the day. Shades of what Aleo Dreams did earlier in the match. We saw Aleo save Sammy. El Luca doing the same for his partner, Los Tonios.
And Billy and Princess Amanda in the corner of her boys. Man, I don't know. Maybe my prediction's incorrect here. Oh.
50-50 coin toss.
Putting on a clinic here. At the very least, MDMA proved why this coalition that they have formed is powerful.
It's working. We've seen El Luca team up with so many different folks here at 880, and I guess he's finally found his footing with Los Tonios. All he needed was another fellow masked man, and ducks under.
Oh! Super kick.
Super kick party from Psychedelic Dreams. They're not done, though.
Oh, and from a galaxy nowhere close to you, Psychedelic Dreams wins.
Here are your winners, and still 880 Wrestling Tag Team Champions, Psychedelic Dreams.
One hell of an opportunity at our last night in town, too, for MDMA. But they stepped up to the plate, and all you could hope for a tag team is they swing the bat, and they certainly did. Psychedelic Dreams and still.
And still, what a hell of a tag team match to send off the final night here at the shop. And still your tag team champion, Psychedelic Dreams. Shout out to MDMA as well. What a hell of a fight.
So MDMA might not be in that psychedelic ladder match at Thanksgiving Bash, but man, hell of a fight for our last night. And this audience here, they'll remember that. The walls here will remember that. Let's take it back
Folks,
to Amen.
Give it up one more time for both Psychedelic Dreams and MDMA for a phenomenal matchup. There'll be more great action like that to come for those tag team titles on Wednesday at Thanksgiving Bash. And not just that, those titles will be on the line in a psychedelic ladder match. 5 teams competing, and it's going to be a wild affair. You're not going to want to miss it. Like I said, get your tickets now and be there with us on Thanksgiving Eve. Now, before we continue on with tonight, with this lovely show that we've had in our final night here at the shop, we want to give some thank yous, as we always do, for the folks here at 880 Wrestling who have made the shows here at the shop possible and who have done phenomenal work that don't get the love they always deserve. Folks, first of all, give it up to Sidekick Media Services, who have been broadcasting us on IndyWrestling.us and on YouTube. Shout out to Missy over by the boards, as well as Sorg, who's been helping us each and every week. Our great camera people who do phenomenal work as well. Credit to them. Shout out to Laney over on sound, who've been pumping out the music and
That's
doing
my
a phenomenal
boy.
job as always. Our lighting crew, Shauna and Zane, who've done phenomenal as well and been so crucial to our presentation here at the shop. Also, big shout out to commentary. Earlier tonight we had on the call the one and only Paul Michaels. Give it up for Paul. And also on commentary, of course, 880's most elite, Austin Carnes. And last but not least, the voice of 880 Wrestling, none other than Toddy Tondera. Big shout out to our referees for this evening, Scotty Davidson and George Ross, who have done a phenomenal job calling the action. And once again, my name is Eamon Payton. Thank you guys for allowing me to host here at the shop. I've been here since about July and August, and it's been a phenomenal time here at 880.
Give it up for Eamon.
Eamon the GOAT.
And more than anything, with this last year at the shop, give yourselves a round of applause because you have been the best audience possible each and every week for Thursday Night Fights.
Sometimes they say it's the moments between the moments.
Now that that's out of the way, who's ready for more action?
Let's go. Happy to be with you, Toddy.
Yeah.
This next match is a singles match scheduled for one fall.
Let's get back to the action for last night in town 2. Ooh. The mood has just become luscious.
Introducing first, being accompanied to the ring by Centurion Hall, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. This is the Playboy, Elijah Love.
Now Elijah Love Whether you hate this duo or love this duo, in recent months, something has plainly clicked between the two of these. The Playboy Elijah Love, the Man-Eater Centurion Hall. And this connection happened here at the shop in Chapter 2 of 880 Wrestling.
And their opponent.
Now returning to 880 Wrestling, we talked about Psychedelic Dreams versus the Matriarchy a little bit earlier on this evening. The Matriarchy, well, they dissolved. But returning is one of my favorite superstars here at 880 Wrestling, the ever dynamic.
Making her way to the ring, fighting out of the City of Angels, this is the melanated star seed, Paris Zahara.
And here's the thing, Austin, about Paris Zahara. She affiliated with herself with Zeke Mercer. Without Zeke, look how this audience reacts to her.
Paris getting the well-deserved love that she deserves. Even Elijah Love cracked a bit of a smile there. I saw that.
Senior official George Ross on the call, and this will be a first-time one-on-one match between Paris and Elijah Love. Who do you got in this one?
Well, that's a great question, Toddy. I'm going to have to go with Paris here in this match. I mean, after what happened with the Matriarchy at the World Series, Zeke Mercer completely crashing out. I see why they call them Pittsburgh's biggest crash out now. I feel like Paris Zahara needs the momentum, so I'm going to pick her in this match.
You know what? I'm going to agree with you in this case. Headlock takeover there by Paris. Paris has had an axe to grind, and they always say iron sharpens iron. The reigning tag team champions were the Matriarchy, Zeke Mercer, Amanda in tow. But because of the abuse from Zeke Mercer, they just dissolved like cotton candy into water. Paris went her own way. Amanda now with Psychedelic Dreams. And now Zeke Mercer, we've seen on social media, Zeke Mercer is quite upset at Paris Zahara because Zeke blames Paris for losing the tag team championships.
Which is just absolutely ridiculous on behalf of Zeke Mercer. Look at the cartwheel, one-handed.
Yeah, Paris Zahara, if this is the first time you're seeing her, or if this is the 100th time seeing her, your eyes are glued to your computer screens right now. How she moves, the way she looks, the aura she brings. And Elijah Love, we saw at Penn Brewery, is ever athletic too. That picture-perfect moonsault and that triple threat at Penn Brewery, something I'll remember for quite some time. What a great one-on-one first-time matchup here.
Certainly a great one-on-one matchup for the first time. And you bring up that moonsault, Toddy. That was one of the highlights of Elijah Love's career.
No pun intended.
No pun intended. Elijah Love looking to maybe make another highlight tonight. Could you imagine the feeling of Elijah Love if he can knock off Paris here at the shop one final time?
Well, I'll tell you what. With this being the last night at the shop, everybody is giving it their all. Our audience is giving it their all. I know you at home watching are giving it your all and your undivided attention here. Before our next chapter, we have to close this chapter out. This is your last opportunity to get a big win in 880 Wrestling to this venue, to this audience, for the shop.
Oh. Couldn't agree more, Toddy. And look at the support from our amazing 880 fans that are here, too. All the way to the garage door, some even in front of us. This is great. Oh, what a double stomp.
Big double stomp Meteora there. And I'll tell you what, both Paris and Elijah Love, they're both very unorthodox. They're both very hard to plan for. We haven't seen much Paris Zahara in singles action here. We've seen her alongside Zeke Mercer hold gold here. But planning for Paris, I don't know. That's extra homework. You're up too late. I was never one for homework. But look at this. The Man-Eater Centurion Hall in the corner choking the life out of Paris.
I'm about to say, you brought up homework, and I got scared, and now I see Centurion Hall up on the apron. What the hell's going on?
Oh, grabbing her by her hair now. Climbing to the second rope is Elijah Love. Oh, look at that.
And you just mentioned Centurion Hall too, Toddy. Don't forget Centurion Hall was a key piece in why Elijah Love did walk away with that victory back at the World Series. Certainly going to play the numbers game here tonight too. Oh my gosh, that one's locked in deep.
Almost like a hangman's curse in the corner there, choking the life out of Paris Sahara. And dare I say, that's a bit out of Paris Sahara's book that Elijah Love is using against her.
Yeah, Paris, she's known for her strength, and Elijah Love is trying to match his strength for strength. Look at this. Athleticism at its peak. Elijah Love deflects.
Oh, pump kick. Oh, look at that. Spreading out, bridging out here. Standing drop kick.
Using one single foot, completely taking out Elijah Love. Here comes Paris.
Oh, wow.
Toddy, she's on a roll right now.
Yeah, you better cut up some butter because, oh, the roll is fresh out the oven, bridging out. Just a 2 count there for Paris. I haven't seen a combination platter like that often. And as I said, you can't plan for Paris. How do you plan for that?
It's hard to plan for Paris, especially because a lot of the times that we've seen Paris, she was in tag team competition. It's rare we see her in singles competition, and we're seeing it tonight against Elijah Love. And look at this, cartwheel, no!
Big boot to the back. Elijah Love slowing the pace down here.
Oh! I don't care what the hell you call him. What a kick there. Cover.
2. Apologies, Elijah, but a big kick there to the mush of Paris Sahara from Elijah Love.
Tries again on the cover. Maybe third time's a charm.
I don't know that Elijah can't believe it.
Yeah, Elijah believes that should be over. He went for 3 different pinfalls. None of them worked.
Okay, come on.
Now blaming poor George Ross. It's not his fault.
And that's why they call Elijah Love the Playboy.
And look at this. Paris all caught up in the ropes.
Oh, yeah. Basking in it simply. And I have said, oh, come on now, Centurion Hall out there. And I have said, I've no secret in the past. I've said Elijah Love has that it factor. But what was missing from Elijah Love was that intensity, that determination, and that focal point has been Paris Sahara in this matchup. And we've seen a new Elijah Love in the past couple months here, really coming to in his own.
Absolutely, certainly coming into his own. And this is a pretty skilled match so far. These two going back and forth, dropping Elijah Love right on his back.
And Paris Sahara brings you something that you don't have in the locker room without her. A big split on Elijah Love. And now Paris Sahara has Elijah Love in her crosshairs here. Big clothesline.
See how high Paris got up on that split?
But I'll tell you what, if Paris Sahara was able to capture championship gold in a tag team with Zeke, who has maybe the worst attitude of anyone here, I think she's destined for greatness here in singles competition too. Instead, it's Centurion Hall out there, the man-eater, grabbing her boot.
Yeah, this time Paris was able to fight back and kicked Centurion Hall. Crossbody cover.
Get her out of there, George.
But look at this. Come on. That would have been over if Centurion Hall didn't jump up in the ring.
Wait,
what the hell?
Who is that?
Who's what? Oh, no. That's who it is. It's Zeke. It's Zeke, damn it.
The biggest forearm strike of the year. Zeke Mercer. That Zeke is right here.
They're at ringside, and what a kick!
Playboy kick, 2. What an upset! Elijah Love wins.
Winner, the Playboy, Elijah Love.
George, Zeke is sitting front row.
Zeke, you bastard! Why? Why?
Zeke is sitting between the hipster and your friends, Austin. Zeke Mercer, Paris Sahara, Thanksgiving Bash 1-on-1. The story will be told then, but right now, Elijah Love picking up the biggest victory of his young career at Last Night in Town 2 at the Shop.
What an upset victory for the Playboy. Elijah Love going to walk away with the last laugh. My goodness. What an end to an amazing match.
You can't erase a loss. The last night when we closed the garage door here, Paris is going to remember that the rest of her career, but right now, the Playboy victorious on TNF. Sheesh. Take a deep breath. Goodness.
Ladies and gentlemen, before we continue with this final night here at the shop, we have a very special guest that I would like for you to welcome here to the ring at this time. They are the 880 Wrestling Champion.
Special guest.
The Black Sheep, Nix Wild.
This is not on my runner.
It's not on mine either. Didn't you send me the right one, Toddy?
I did. I thought it was updated.
Huh.
Be that as it may, the last night at the shop, 880 champion, the trigger finger, Nix Wild, on the way to their ring. We do know at Thanksgiving Bash a big triple threat for the 880 championship. Nix Wild versus Gianni Michael Enrico versus Matt Connard. Huge triple threat action.
Well, there they are, as stoic as ever, Nix Wild, our 880 champion.
And coming into their own at the second chapter of 880 Wrestling at the shop is Nix Wild, so it's only apropos for Nix to be out here now.
Get out of my ring.
Oh, don't be disrespectful to Eamon.
Eamon's having a nice night.
Thank you. Last night in town, too, huh? Skate or die. Yes. Come on. Yes, give it to me. Yes, beautiful. That's just fine. Because here's the thing. Every time I hold a title in this company, we move on to bigger and better things, baby. We left that shithole New Kensington, and now we get to leave this shithole of a skate park. But you know, I didn't come out here to talk to you dumbasses. I came out here to talk to one of my opponents next week at Penn Brewery. Gianni, you've been calling me out a lot. But tonight, I call you out. Get your ass out here. I have a proposition for you.
Wait a second here.
Proposition?
And that's the music of the two-time 880 champion that we saw return at Penn Brewery out of the back of the U-Haul, coming out now.
Hell yeah. You know, Toddy, I was on commentary with Gianni Michael Enrico last week, and he has a new moniker, GM3. He wants his third 880 championship. Might very well do it at the Penn Brewery. Who knows?
One of our boys closing down the shop this evening, one of the original Steel City Killers, Gianni Michael Enrico, has something to say.
You didn't think I was going to miss the last night in town, did you? You didn't think I was going to come out here and confront Nix Wild, did you? Before we hear whatever proposition you have for me, Nix Wild, let's hear it one last time. I got to come up with something new. It's not going to work in our new building. May I ask for one moment of silence? Southside!
Shut the hell up.
We have two microphones, Nix.
That is not what we're here for. No. We're not going to listen to these sycophants pump you and your fucking ego. Not tonight. No. I'm talking to you, Gianni. Because for the...
Lay them out. You hear them.
Stop. Shut the fuck up. Because let me remind you of something, Gianni. We've been going at it for weeks, back and forth, you and I. But we're not the only two people in this match next week, Gianni. And you're the dumbass who's responsible for that. It's your fault that Matt Connard is involved in this match next week. That's on you. So, I want to give you a shot, Gianni. I want to give you a chance because next week, we both know, it should be a one-on-one match, you and me. Let me remind you that I'm the one that beat him for this in a one-on-one match.
Vile audience tonight towards Nick's Wild.
Very.
So you can call it cheating all you want. I call it results. And here's the thing, Gianni. I'm going to give you a shot. Next week, you and me, we take care of the Matt Connard problem. We take care of Matt Connard, and we bring it down to just me and you. That is my proposition for you, Gianni. What do you say? Tell me.
What?
Give me an answer.
After what Nick's Wild has said and done to GME. Wait.
What the fuck is it? What is this?
What is this?
I agree, Nix. What the hell is this?
Could you still hear me, Austin?
I can hear you, Toddy.
Okay.
Lights are out. What the hell?
What is happening? Oh, Laney didn't put this on.
Toddy, I'm scared. Who the hell's that?
What the?
You see this?
No. Oh my God, I do now. What the hell?
It's dark in here. I can barely see.
Who is? I can't see who that is. Who is that? Oh my God! What the hell is this? It's the last night in town too, and we've got a Spectre. We've got a Druid coming to the ring here. The champion and challenger.
Whatever it is, it has something in its hands.
What is that?
Halloween was over.
The Druid is presenting some form of oracle, placing the oracle in the ring. Is this Druid sent by Matt Connard, the Reaper himself? Quote, the Reaper nevermore?
Oh, what the?
What? I'm seeing what I'm seeing, right?
I think you are.
There is a chill in this room.
It's coming over here. I'm ducking.
What is this? So the Druid has left some sort of oracle play. Play. Is that a... So the oracle has left a USB drive. Eamon, if you could bring that over. So we have a USB drive. So the Druid brought a USB drive to play. Okay, play what's ever on that. What is happening, buddy?
I'm confused.
All right, we're loading it up over. I don't know what's happening.
So, as far as I'm concerned, you're in my way. You had your chance. You blew it. Step aside. As far as you go, Nix, in my absence, you've been targeting my kid. Peyton, Marcus, Ty. And I don't want your championship for the accolade. I want it. Because I know as soon as I take that title from you, the Dead Hand Society grows. Clearing the path for me to get my hands on Tyler Voss. And so, this once and for all. You can't escape death. We'll find that out soon enough.
What? What the heck? The hell was that? What was that?
I'm so lost, Toddy. What the hell was that?
What the hell? What the heck is What the heck's happening there? What is happening in the ring? Nick's Wild extending their hand to shake the hand of Gianni Michael Enrico after what we saw. Yeah, buddy.
That's what I'm talking about.
Oh, wait a second here.
With the title, ducks under.
Wait a second, on the shoulders. Looking for that wild driver against the ropes. A big body power slam. Are we looking at GM3? Put those threes up. It is the last night in town, Austin, because what I just saw, I can't come back from. Matt Connor, the Reaper, sending a message to both Nick's Wild and Gianni Michael Enrico. Nick's Wild attempting to, I guess, in a way, team up with Gianni Michael Enrico against Connor, and GME knows we are his family. We are his boys. Triple threat, Thanksgiving Bash, Nick's Wild, GME, Matt Connard. These folks got to be here. We're going to be there, but I don't know what we just witnessed, dude.
I have no clue what we just witnessed. But all I know is this triple threat match just became even more stacked. Hell yeah, GME.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, what a main event that is going to be this Wednesday at Thanksgiving Bash. You're not going to want to miss it. That was something else.
Eamon shook.
Well, as we continue on with the wrestling action here tonight, how about we have our second title match of the evening? And apropos, this will be the final time a championship will be defended here at the shop, so it's a big one, folks. Who's ready for some wrestling?
This will be the last championship match at the shop, buddy.
Match scheduled
Thank you for being here, honestly.
Thank you, Toddy.
And it is for the Fest Wrestling Championship.
Now, we saw MV Young so far on Halloween defeat 3 other competitors. We've seen him defeat Dev Swayze, Christian Robinson, and so many more. But tonight, Blizzy Blake with a rocket on his back against Narciso at Thanksgiving Blast. Blizzy, MV Young, let's get it.
Blizzy Blake certainly has a lot on his mind too, Toddy. I mean, we saw the whole debacle with Marco Narciso earlier. Now going into the Fest Wrestling Championship match. What a hell of a match this is going to be. I can't wait.
What an interesting occasion this is. Earlier this evening, Blizzy Blake putting hands on Marco Narciso. And we know that our boss, Reese Hay, said if Blizzy ever did that, Marco has the right to fire Blizzy. Yep. That was the circumstances earlier. MV Young says, no way. I'm also in charge. Blizzy and Marco at Thanksgiving Bash, finally one-on-one. Could you imagine if Blizzy takes MV's title after MV made that match?
Would that mean Blizzy and Marco would be a Fest title match?
We shall see. Fest Wrestling Championship on the line, the last championship match in this era of the shop for 880 Wrestling.
Honored to be here. Flex it one last time too, why not?
The adrenaline of this audience is going. The KOP, the King of Pittsburgh, is in the house. Through Dottie Block, through the shop, we continue to follow MV Young wherever he goes, and the Fest Wrestling Championship is on the line.
There he is, as stoic as ever, your Fest Wrestling champion. That was a home run. MV Young is in the house for this title match. Oh my God, this is going to be great.
The Dinger Daddy out here with the Fest Championship. Blake, MV, one-on-one. Let's take it to Eamon Payton for the introductions.
Your referee for this match, senior official George Ross. Introducing first, the challenger, fighting out of the Kush Clouds of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania. He is the Shaman of Smoke, the Cannabis Casanova, Blizzy Blake.
The dogs are barking for Blizz.
And his opponent, to my right, fighting out of 1010 Freiburg Street, a.k.a. The Shop, by way of 880 Donny Block. He is Pittsburgh made, Pittsburgh paid, and internationally laid. He is the current reigning and defending Fest Wrestling Champion, the King of Pittsburgh, MV Young.
Thank you, Eamon Payton. Big match feel, the last championship that will ever be defended at Chapter 2 of 880 Wrestling at the Shop is the Fest Wrestling Championship. Senior official George Ross in there. A lot of respect between these two competitors. Well, you know what time it is, Austin. What do you think about this one?
This is tough, Toddy, but with all the shenanigans that's going on with Blizzy Blake and Marco Narciso and Leaders by Example, I just don't see MV Young losing that Fest Championship tonight. I'm going to have to go with the King of Pittsburgh. What better way to send off the Shop, to send off 1010 Freiburg Street, than by having MV Young once again retain his championship?
You know what? I may agree with you here, Austin, but let's imagine another circumstance. Let's imagine that Blizzy Blake raises the Fest Wrestling Championship above his head on the night the Shop closes. The future is gray.
What a feeling that would be for Blizzy Blake if he would be able to accomplish that, but how do you think Marco Narciso would feel if Blizzy Blake won that title?
Well, usually Leaders by Example leaves before the show is even over, or if they really show up. Amateur wrestler Reese Hayes, our boss, did not show up for last night in town too. But I'll tell you what, Blizzy Blake had an olive branch offer to him earlier this evening. MV Young made it official. Thanksgiving Bash, Blizzy Blake, Marco Narciso, one-on-one. What we've wanted, what Blizzy wanted, what this audience has wanted for months now. Could Blizzy Blake repay back that favor by taking the gold off of the King of Pittsburgh's waist? We shall see.
Very well could. Slow pace action to start things off. But you know just as well as I do, Toddy, at any given point, Blizzy Blake can turn that switch on, and he'll be flying all over the damn place.
Oh! I would argue the same thing from the King of Pittsburgh, MV Young. When he hits that next gear, there's no stopping the big, nasty fuck.
Look at this, though. It looked like MV was going for a backslide. Blizzy using the turnbuckles to his advantage, and just like that, off the second rope.
Blizzy Blake certainly playing in his wheelhouse right now.
You hear the Blizzy chants ring out. Nobody home. Here's a roll-up.
Oh, just a one count there. Oh, gator roll position here for MV Young. Standing Blizzy Blake straight up. Are we looking for the Pittsburgh plunge already? I think MV Young was trying to end this early, but shoved to the outside. And here comes from those sensual clouds that lawn dart Blizzy Blake flying into your computer screens.
Toddy, I mentioned earlier how the night's going to feel bittersweet. I am going to so miss Blizzy Blake flying through those ropes, through the Shop, everyone moving out of the way. What a beautiful sight to behold.
This is our last night in town, too. We closed out Dottie Block with a barn burner, and we set the standard. And we always say in Pittsburgh, the standard is the standard. And MV Young, Fest Wrestling Championship on the line against Blake. Oh!
See, I was waiting for the MV chop. There it is. Oh, into the big senton. You hear that? Oh.
In recent weeks, MV Young was a part of Two Jagoffs podcast hosted by Austin Carnes. MV Young was on your podcast speaking about 880 Wrestling, his career. What did you make of that?
It was a great episode. It was a great interview. MV Young shed some light into what 880 Wrestling is. What the big fight feel is. What his MV chops are. Toddy, I experienced an MV chop. It hurts. It hurts, damn it.
Flying cross body, and yeah, I knew that you experienced an MV chop, and I'm surprised you survived. I wouldn't.
I was a little over my head that day, but gained a little more respect. But did you see Blizzy Blake just go flying? Holy hell. Nearly sort of crossed the ring.
But Blizzy Blake is such a special individual. From the moment that he stepped foot on 880 property, I knew he would be a special, unorthodox cat, and he has been that. He was once a part of the Den of Desire, which held the 880 Tag Team Championships for longer than anyone at 880 Wrestling before. He has his shot at Queer Punk Outlaws QPO in New York. He's over at PPW, the other side of the state. Now with Marco Narciso out of the loop, he's cut his own cloth, and Blizzy Blake by the end of the night might be Fest Wrestling Champion.
Again, I guess you could say it's that mentor versus mentoree mindset that we have with these two as well. MV Young is the coach to so many greats in the 880 Wrestling locker room. Blizzy Blake being one of them. What a forearm. Holy hell.
And a big forearm taking Blake down. Now, you know, earlier on, it was unfamiliar territory for Blizzy Blake to be without Honey Darling, who we still don't know where she is. We haven't seen Honey Darling. We don't know her feelings. But it's been different for Blake without Honey Darling, without Marco Narciso. He's had barn burners with the likes of Facade in this ring. That four-way match a couple of weeks ago on TNF was one of my favorite TNF matches we've seen so far. But this is a monster of a different breed with MV Young tonight.
And Toddy, you mentioned the match with Facade. You mentioned that four-way match. By the end of the night, we might be talking about this match in that same lighting. Look how red, though, the chest is of Blizzy Blake. You see that?
It's early comings, too. But MV Young is someone I've known for quite some time. We date way far back here. And, shotgun dropkick. And MV Young knows the importance of tonight. He knows the importance of last night in town. And he knows the importance of that Fest Wrestling Championship. He's two-time champion now. He beat Effie the first time. Up to the top rope now is Blizzy Blake.
Blizzy off the top, nobody home. MV Young ducked out of the way, but look at Blizzy using those legs to sweep out MV Young from atop, and there's a big double stomp. Didn't mean to make that rhyme, but hey, it worked.
You're a bit of a lyricist, I admit, Austin.
I'll take that.
Yeah.
Oh! Another big double stomp. Blizzy took a little too much time going to cover, but now he gets it. Only two.
Just a 2 count there.
What a match we have to close things off on the final night of the shop. Blizzy picking up MV Young.
Oh! Bit of a ganja buster almost.
Yeah, here's the cover again by Blizzy Blake for the Fest title.
Just a 2 count. You know, we are honored to have the Fest Wrestling Champion here, MV Young. We are honored to have the fourth line who defend the Fest Wrestling Tag Team Championships here currently at 880 Wrestling. And from Florida to Pittsburgh and everywhere in between, MV Young, big blockbuster. Get the cover, big man.
Got all of it, too. Could this be it? No. Blizzy Blake just powering out.
And as we remember, if MV Young is able to accomplish the goal of defeating Blizzy Blake tonight, he has a open challenge for Thanksgiving Bash. If MV Young is able to retain, who knows who he will fight at Thanksgiving Bash. Blizzy Blake, we know his opponent, and maybe that will be a Fest Wrestling Championship if Blake wins.
Who knows? MV Young ducks under again, though. Kick to the gut.
Look at the power of Blake. Samoan drop, shoulders down, cover. 2, 3. Oh!
That was close. Only 2? Wow.
Wait a second here. Blizzy Blake on what I like to call the short side of the shop ring. And I can't say that any more than this. The last night in town, the last night in this venue, and we're going to burn it down. 420 frog splash, nothing in the pool as Blake goes froggy. Knocking him out here. Against the ropes.
MV Young got all of it. Big spinning heel kick.
Oh, look how laid out Blake is. Deep breaths. You see that chest going up and down. Yeah, Blizzy Blake being the smaller competitor here, he's got to fly around MV Young like a wasp.
Plus, Toddy, how much is taken out of Blizzy after missing that frog splash?
He may not be showing it, but boy, did he hit that canvas hard. And, of course, a standing 10 count for this one.
Already at a count of 7.
Oh, big slap across the chest. And coming up here at Enjoy Wrestling in December, a dog collar match between MV Young and Mad Dog Connolly, which is going to be raw and wild. MV Young's next couple of months. Oh
my gosh!
Or as hard as that big chop was, that big chop just knocked Blake down. Nothing like it.
Just swatting Blizzy Blake out of the sky like a fly is MV Young.
Yeah, if MV Young had a big ass burger in front of him, he's like, shoo fly, don't bother me,
Get out of
right?
here.
Oh, those educated feet coming into play for Blizzy Blake. Oh, making MV Young famous there, drilling his head into the canvas. But as you mentioned before, Austin, a lot taken out of Blake right now. He couldn't make that quick cover.
Yeah, take it forever to get into it. Finally covers up the shoulder of MV Young. MV Young just gets his shoulder up in time. Yeah, you can only imagine if Blizzy Blake maybe had a little bit more left in the tank. We could be looking at a new Fest Wrestling champion.
What's Tony and Fest going to say if it comes back to Cannabis Casanova won tonight? Sheesh.
Well, I do know one thing. Blizzy's about to go high.
Oh, cross body and down, but rolling through the power of MV Young. Standing tall like it's nothing.
Look at the strength of MV. Blizzy Blake fighting out of it, though, for the moment. Sleeper locked in.
That's one way to slow Blake down. Is cut off those oxygen pathways here.
Oh.
Rear naked choke almost. You see Blizzy Blake flailing here.
Yeah, Blizzy's fading, Toddy. Legs and arms wrapped around Blizzy Blake. That's it.
Here is your winner, and still Fest Wrestling Champion, MV Young!
And it took less than a few seconds to choke Blizzy Blake out. And still MV Young, the last championship to ever be defended at 880 Wrestling. Holy crow, buddy.
What a hell of a match. What a hell of an effort from Blizzy Blake. Absolutely honored to be here. That is how you send off 880 Wrestling.
Up as well for Blizzy Blake. What a phenomenal matchup.
And Blizzy is going to bring all that energy to Marco Narciso.
Blizzy will go head-to-head with Marco Narciso at Thanksgiving Bash this Wednesday, Thanksgiving Eve, including That's one among our amazingly stacked card we have for that event. So I encourage each and every one of you guys to be there at Penn Brewery over in the North Shore because it's going to be a fantastic night. Speaking of fantastic night, what a night this has been so far, ladies and gentlemen. It's been very nostalgic, a lot of memories, a lot of great times, great matches here at the shop. But why don't we close things out in the only way that 880 Wrestling knows how? This match is your main event of the evening. It is a trios match, and it is scheduled for one fall.
Give me a half hug, buddy. Thank you for being here.
Hell yeah. Thank you for having me as always, Toddy.
This is the last match in 880 Wrestling history at the shop. Thank you so much for joining us.
Introducing first, team number 1, fighting out of the CCAC Auxiliary Gymnasium. First, this is Chug Buffman. His partner, wearing number 69, this is Big Jim Fridge. And their partner, standing at 6'7", Dev Swayze, the Department of Jobs.
Toddy, Chug's here.
Well, look.
No.
Well, okay.
The main event?
The main event. I'm sorry, Austin. I do apologize.
Why?
The main event, the last match in 880 Wrestling history at the
shop.
He's
coming. No. He's over here. Look, he got new merch.
What is it? What is it? What is What is this? Hey, stop it. Hey, stop this. What the hell? What the hell? Oh, good. Okay. I see it. Okay. So Austin is
Team number 2. First, they are the duo of the Gutter Phenomenon, Satan's favorite saint, Brandon St. James. His tag team partner is the Muay Thai maniac, the Shoot Psychopath, KC War. Together, they are the new Battleground Wrestling Tag Team Champions and the Fest Wrestling Tag Team Champions, the Fourth Line.
Well, Chug just came over here and dressed my commentary partner, Austin, with a Chug shirt.
Look at this.
Put that over there. But be that as it may, the Battleground Tag Team Champions, the Fourth Line, are here. What? Oh, boy.
Hey, Chug, you're screwed. You're screwed.
No bumps tonight, Chug. Casey Ward, Brandon, and this Maitre D are about to fuck you up, cuz.
And their partner, fighting out of Pittsburgh, Pennsylvania, she is the current TNF champion, the villainous Liberty L.
Liberty L, maybe our most dominant. Liberty L, maybe the most dominant TNF champion of all time. I apologize to Liberty in the Fourth Line. The DOJ over here is harassing my buddy Austin.
Me. Go focus on your match.
I'm so sorry, Austin.
Go focus on your match. Leave me the hell alone.
This is the last match in the shop's history. Casey Ward, Brandon St. James, Liberty L fighting for Team 880 Wrestling against the Jocks here. And I apologize. You're wearing a cutoff Chug tank top over your nicely pressed suit.
It smells like alcohol now.
I'm sure it does.
Well, I was going to say this before I got so rudely interrupted. Look at the Fourth Line just dripped out in gold, Toddy.
Yeah, new Battleground Tag Team Champions, Fest Tag Team Champions. Of course, Brandon St. James, the Canadian no-ring deathmatch champion. Draped in gold is the fourth line alongside Liberty L, who is the TNF champion. 3-on-3 action like 880 Wrestling brings to every Thursday Night Fights will be the last match in the shop's history. And I'm sorry you're dressed like that, cuz.
Guess I'm wearing a Chug shirt for our final night.
Raucous crowd.
Cup sent out into the audience. That's what I'm talking about. Stomp away on that cup. I love our fans, Toddy.
Yeah, we love them. I did 4 dings, main event. And inside the ring right now, representing the DOJ is Big Jim Fridge. Across the ring is Satan's favorite saint, Brandon St. James.
Oh, come on.
Oh.
You know, Toddy, I got a cool title for this match.
Yeah.
It's the battle of the badasses versus the jackasses. What do you think?
I love it.
Hell
I love
yeah.
it. Shake my hand. You did great.
I'll take it.
Coined term by Austin, the badasses versus the jackasses. Dev Swayze, who had a Fest Wrestling Championship last week, was unsuccessful. But guess what? BSJ knows what this audience here at the shop wants in our final night here. It's Liberty.
We want to see the villainous, your reigning TNF champion. Listen to those Liberty chants. Hand up high. Are we seeing a test of strength, I guess?
Oh, well, he does claim he is 6'7".
I don't think he quite is with that wingspan. What a headbutt.
Doesn't matter how tall you are when you get a headbutt from our TNF champion, Liberty. And, of course, Liberty L one-on-one with Erica Lee at the Thanksgiving Bash. But right now, she's woman-handling Chef Dev.
Big sidewalk slam right off the knee from Liberty. L into the senton, just crushing 6'7".
Have the doot-doots too. And in comes Chug, who has been disrespecting Austin and myself since the start of Chapter 2 at the shop at 880.
Thumbs are down.
How about that?
Fuck yeah! Let's go, Casey! These two going all out tonight. Casey Ward about to drink Chug's blood.
Oh! Tell you what, Chug Bauman. Oh! Kick against the ropes here. Oh! Super senton from Casey Ward and Chug. Tell you what, I wouldn't want to get in a striking match with Casey Ward any day of the week, let alone it being the last night at the shop, the last night in town, Austin.
Not at all. Casey Ward has been kicked out of so many hockey clubs with Brandon St. James, one of the most lethal strikers we have.
13 international hockey leagues that Casey Ward is banned
It's 13?
from. Yeah, at least that we know of. Oh. Don't look at me, Chug.
Hey, he was disrespectful to me. Now it looks like it's going to be to you.
There we go. Nobody wants to see a Chug bump it the last night in town, too. Casey, tie him up like a pretzel at Auntie Anne's, buddy.
I like the sound of that, Toddy. Look at this. Legs bent back.
Oh. Wait a second here.
Oh, yeah!
We're going surfing in the fall of 2025, only at 880 Wrestling and only by Casey Ward.
Just completely bending those limbs of Chug.
Almost like a cravat, almost like a guillotine, holding position there. And here comes his tag team partner with a cutter off of that, BSJ, Brandon St. James. And of course, we mentioned before, recently obtained by the Fourth Line the Battleground Tag Team Champions. So I'll tell you what, their bags are getting heavier week by week, BSJ and Casey War.
Absolutely. A lot of luggage to lug around now for the Fourth Line. Love to see our boys dripped out in gold.
Big forearm shot. Of course, we talked about it before. The Canadian Deathmatch No Ring champion Brandon St. James. Austin and myself had the honor to call the last Canadian Deathmatch show. And though the behavior of BSJ isn't welcomed up there, we welcome it in the shop every day of the week.
Absolutely, and here's that jock-like behavior from Big Jim Fridge.
Yeah, boys motivate boys. That's how jockdom works. And BJF, Big Jim Fridge, cocky as ever across the ring from BSJ.
Yeah, I heard they're fresh off the campus of CCAC today after one of them college parties.
Oh, really?
Yep. Rumor on the street around the colleges around town.
Now, we do have to admit here, Department of Jocks did come into their own during the second chapter of 880 Wrestling at the shop. I mean, they've had many tag team victories, including over the runway. They have been putting the work in and outside of the ring to be available and to be welcomed into the main event of the shop. We're closing the doors. This is the last wrestling match in the entire company of this chapter, and the Department of Jocks are in it. But I'll tell you what, I don't hope they win it.
I don't hope they win it either, Toddy. But again, we talk about the Department of Jocks so much. Could you imagine if they actually stayed focused on the task at hand?
Oh. It's a good point you bring up, Austin. I think Department of Jocks would even be more successful if they focused on the task at hand, if they focused on their opponents. But they're focused on partying way more.
It's all about the party, but you got to do it in moderation. Look at BSJ, though. Big uppercut.
European uppercut there in the side here. And Brandon St. James, the likes of Casey War, we've been together since the beginning of this company. And right now, Big Jim Fridge has BSJ up. Oh, my goodness. Off the wall here. And as Austin and I always say, this environment is a weapon you can utilize, and BSJ does it right there.
Does just that. Here's the cover on Big Jim Fridge. Only two. Only a 2 count for Brandon St. James. What a main event. What a way to end off 880 Wrestling here at the shop.
He is hell-bound and heaven-sent from that second rope.
But did you see that? Chubb just threw a cup.
Of course I saw it.
Threw a damn cup at Brandon St. James. BSJ distracted while Big Jim Fridge is wobbly. Off the second rope, he's caught. Oh.
And right now, Brandon St. James is in no person's land. He is in unfamiliar territory. He is in the Jocks dorm room in that corner. Casey War is fired up over on our side.
He is ticked off right now. You see Chug and Dev just taking full advantage of George Ross being distracted. I agree, Casey.
George, it's still happening. Oh, the big boot. The size 15 boot of Chef Dev Swayze into the throat of Brandon St. James. And I'll tell you what, the Department of Jocks are really, I mean, they may not be able to score a legitimate score in the SATs, but I'll tell you what, they had Brandon St. James caged until this very moment, Austin.
They did for the moment. Chuck Boffman back in there. Ducks under his Chug. Oh! Big shoulder tackle into another one. Over and round he goes, and down goes Brandon St. James. Oh, come on. Is he about to do what I think he's about to do, Toddy?
I don't know what he's about to do. What in the world here?
What does he think he is? Oh. Chug's seen? I don't know. Here's the cover by Chug, only 2. I apologize, Toddy. That was clearly in your direction.
You've said it before. I think Chug has an interest in moi.
I think he does. I mean, he wants to Chug bump you, apparently.
I don't know, but so does his cronies. So does Jim Fridge. So does Dev.
Here, you want a shirt?
I don't want this shirt. You smell like alcohol.
Oh! What a suplex.
I'm trying to be professional, but that shirt is reeking, brother.
It is. I'm taking this off as soon as the match ends.
Yeah. And our audience here getting behind Brandon St. James as well as Liberty and Casey War. Casey War firing up on the outside.
Yeah, tag from Big Jim Fridge. Here comes Big Dev.
Now, you can't take away from anything from the Department of Jocks. Oh, on top elbow, of course. Cover here. 1, 2, just a 2 count. You can't take away from the physicality and the confidence the Department of Jocks have offered the second chapter of 880 Wrestling. You can't take that away from the Jocks. When they came to Dottie Block in Chapter 1, they learned so much from their oh boy, Fortnite, right? I don't know, I'm too old.
I don't even know what that was. Here's a cover by Dev.
But they took what they learned from their elders and spinned it. And in Chapter 2, Department of Jocks found that next gear, found that second gear, and that's why they're in the main event of the shop's finale here in a big leg drop by Chef Dev Swayze.
Cover again, no.
Just a 2 count.
And Toddy, you see Dev Swayze and Big Jim Fridge, they're taking it to one of the most decorated tag teams that we've ever seen in 880 Wrestling, that being the Fourth Line. Could you imagine, just imagine if they actually focused on actually defeating Brandon St. James rather than goofing off?
Oh! Forearm strikes here, forearm exchange. Brandon St. James is a brawler. He will find you. Oh, blocked there by the foot there. Tried for that Paul Skeens fastball. Nothing in the pool for Dev Swayze.
Yeah, nobody home. Brandon St. James ducks under Dev Swayze. You know what time it is. Cross
cutter.
Hell yeah.
Hit it at the same time.
One last time, we had to. Both men are down. You see Casey War and Liberty just pleading Brandon St. James to make it to their corner.
Could Brandon make the tag here? Crawling over. Dev Swayze reaching out here. Now Dev has the longer reach. Jim is in, but here comes Liberty L, the TNF champion, squaring off against the Jocks.
Liberty L taking it to every single Jock. Oh, yeah.
Oh, headbutt. Oh, I heard that back here. Liberty L may have had dinner, but she is always hungry for a Jock for dessert here. The TNF champion on a rampage. And you want to talk about somebody who had their moments at the Chapter 2 shop of 880 Wrestling. It's Liberty L. She's had such a monstrous reign with that title belt.
Monstrous reign. Ever since defeating some guy named John, Liberty L has just been on absolute roll. Covered!
2 count here, and it's a Donnybrook. Donnybrook at the shop here. All 6 people in this competition are in the ring exchanging blows here. Liberty L in the fireman's carry position has Big Jim Fridge.
Up and down goes Fridge.
What an action-packed night this has been, Austin. This is the last night in town, baby. Oh!
Chug takes it to Liberty, but turn around Chug. Here's BSJ.
Blue Thunder Bomb by BSJ, but unbeknownst to him, the size 15 boot of Chef Dev is behind him in a big pump kick by Dev Swayze.
Nearly takes the head off of Brandon St. James. Uh-oh, here's the Muay Thai Maniac.
Oh. Oh. Oh, big left-handed southpaw blow by Casey War. Oh, I think his feet literally touched the ceiling.
He might be 6'7" after all. Oh. Up goes Chug, and down he goes.
Brain buster.
Casey War is on an absolute roll at the moment. One more.
One more, baby. Up for the brain buster. On the top of his gourd is Big Jim Fridge, the Muay Thai Maniac, fiery as ever in the last night of the shop here.
Covered by Liberty on Fridge, and here's Chug.
It's all broken down again. The fourth line in there with Liberty. Stomping a mud hole into Chug. Directing traffic now is the captain of the Steel City Killers, Brandon St. James here. Uh-oh.
I think we know what time it is.
Oh, we did know what time it is until our watch stopped. Dev Swayze interrupting a moment what that would be, and a big spine buster by Chug.
Chug laying out St. James, and Devin Fritz taking it to Casey. What do the Jocks have in mind?
Oh! Oh! Come on now. Come on now.
This will be monstrous. No, please.
No. Big Jim Fridge is not the legal man. Our official George Ross said he is not the legal man. They were Imagine the Jocks partying too much.
Oh, my God.
Imagine that. Of course.
We will never hear the end of it.
I'll tell you what. That may have been the chance for the Jocks. Again, this is the last match in the history of the shop. So much in line for the Jocks. And they, despite the malcontent here, Liberty L now taking control of the action.
Double choke slam from Liberty L to Chug, and Dev now has Fridge up. Oh! Big running power slam, but look, we're not done.
Oh, Death Valley Drivers in synchronization. The Iron Maiden, the cross faces in synchronization. It's a three-way submission here. Three-way submission. Yes!
Here are your winners, the team of Liberty L and the fourth line.
Well, Austin, this has been 880 Wrestling Chapter 2 at the shop. And who better to lead the charge into the next generation of what we do here weekly? It's Thursday Night Fights. It's the Battleground Tag Team Champions. It's the Fest Tag Team Champions. It's the TNF Champion, Liberty L, in the fourth line, victorious in the last match in the shop's history.
Toddy, that right there is how you end off a history here at 880. Wow, what a main event.
And of course, less than 1 week away, Thanksgiving Bash at Penn Brewery. Make sure you buy your tickets now. And this is last night in town. Let's have a party with the fourth line. I love you folks so much. If you watch 880 Wrestling, your family, thank you so much. Austin and I, we're going to go party. Let's go,
Hell
buddy.
yeah.
Get roached. Let's party.